now that we've read it, do you feel like it should go first or third? Because that's the biggest debate I see
So
online.
I think it could go literally anywhere before Empire of Storms.
I liked it less than the other books, but I loved it because it was part of my favorite series. But that cracked me up. Like, the Garden, the Prince cracks me up. Like, lovers. They are lovers. Is it really bad of me to say that I don't think Arabin is the worst character? I feel like I'm going to get some hate for this. I don't think Sam's death was as sad as TikTok makes it out to be.
I actually didn't see that twist coming. I didn't know what was going to go on.
I didn't know either.
And so that did surprise me.
Out of 5 on Goodreads, I did rate it a 4 because of the end. Otherwise, I would have rated it a 3.
Hello, I am Rachel, and I am here with Alana.
Hello.
And we are going over our October book club pick.
Yes.
Which was
Assassin's Blade.
The Assassin's Blade. So we're going to kind of cover a lot of Throne of Glass stuff in this since it relates back. Neither of us read The Assassin's Blade while reading Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
We read it after, which is 100% my fault because I read Throne of Glass and didn't know. I assumed Assassin's Blade was optional, and I kind of read Throne of Glass before it was all over TikTok, or I saw it all over TikTok. And so then when you asked me about it, I said I didn't know, and I never read it.
Yeah, I trust you, and I think your answer was I didn't read it, so then I just was like, oh, all right, sounds good.
Well, I didn't know what it even was, I guess.
Okay, but so now that we've read it, do you feel like it should go first or third? Because that's the biggest debate I see online.
I think it could go literally anywhere before Empire of Storms.
Which is the 5th one,
yes.
before all the ships
It could literally go anywhere.
Okay.
I don't think it matters.
I think that it should go first.
I actually think that if you were going to read it first.
Yeah, because I kind of think that, I mean, it was like the biggest shock.
The thing is, at the end of the book, there's like a snippet of the next book, and it's the first book.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to have it just be first then.
It was the biggest shock of my life when I found out Celaena was Aelin. I really was shocked by it. Like, when Callie was like, Celaena was Aelin, you know, she wasn't looking for Aelin Ashriver. She was Aelin Ashriver.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. But I think if I would have read Assassin's Blade first, I wouldn't have been as shocked because they do a lot of alluding to Arabin being like, does he know who you really are?
And bring my body back to Terrace.
Yes.
And then the her smelling or the breeze on the wagon on the way there.
And then seeing the
stag.
Yep. And then also when she was with Ansel, she was kind of telling her that Terracin is
her home.
Her home.
Yeah.
And she talks about in her mind about the king and how she can't make eye contact with him because she hates him.
Yeah.
And remembering the day where he was
burned
burning
down all
yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's jump into our questions.
This might be a long one.
What are your initial thoughts about the book? I mean, we kind of just went over all of our initial thoughts, but any other little things?
I thought as a book, I did I liked it less than the other books, but I loved it because it was part of my favorite series.
Yes. I really liked the way it was split up.
Yeah.
I think I liked that I felt like I was reading mini stories almost, instead of a full book.
Given that we have read the series, I loved it so much. But if this was my first time ever diving into the series and starting with Assassin's Blade, I can't say I would have been instantly hooked.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's why it has to go third. I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah.
What did you think was the best scene?
I'm going to think about it. You go.
Okay. Oh, gosh. I think the best was in Skulls Bay. I loved everything in Skulls Bay, kind of. Especially, the end where they were, blowing up the little tower to drop the line. And I really liked that part. That was my favorite.
Mine was when her and Ansel were stole the horses. And then she was like, are you crazy? And then afterwards, Celaena punched her right in the face. I like that, and I liked the whole Ansel, like, giving her an extra minute.
Yes,
She
that I loved that part.
Aelin is just full of grace. Like,
Yes.
she gives people
Yeah.
grace, like, she's just a good
I
person.
think we know this in the series that she's very scared of some things,
Yeah.
but she has a lot of bravado. Like, is that the word bravado?
Mm.
That she shows, and so nobody really believes that she's scared. And I think reading this, it shows just how scared she is of everything. When
Aelin
she
Celaena.
Yeah, when she admitted to Sam that she was scared about everything, and then on the wagon ride to Endovir, she was so scared. And so I think it just showed, like, in the end, when she's puking and Rowan thought she was
Yeah.
pregnant, but it was just because she was so scared.
I think that this was kind of really shocking for me to read because she has been through a lot in her life up until this point, but she hasn't been through anything compared to what she
Mm-mm.
had to go through with the rest. I mean, at the end of the book is when she was going to the prison, like that slave
Yep.
camp, basically.
Yeah, the salt
Yeah,
mines
the
or
salt
whatever.
mines, and, I just think that that had changed her so much as a person that she lost a lot of who she was in that time,
Mhm.
whereas it was really funny to watch her or, like, read her, like, love I mean, she always had loved luxe goods and cake and stuff like that.
Yes,
You
yep.
saw that in the castle, but then when I read the first 2 books and she was, like, obsessed with this, I was like, "You're telling me that this is this big bad assassin and she loves chocolate cake and, like, finer things in life?" Like, I was so confused,
Yeah.
but then reading Assassin's Blade and knowing she just was, like, brought up in wealth,
Yes.
like, with Arabin, like, it made so much more sense.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Who was the best character? I mean, Celaena.
Yeah. I will say that I really like Lysandra,
Mhm. I
and, like,
know.
knowing what we know about her, I just feel
Yes,
bad for
I
her.
know. I
Yeah.
agree. I also really liked Sam, like, I really did like him. I feel like towards the end, he was slightly bitter about everything, but he also wanted to leave and she didn't want to leave, and it was basically, like, him against Arabin.
She would have never gotten her kingdom if they would have moved. Like, she would
Oh,
have
for sure.
never been
No.
Aelin Ashriver Galathinius if she would have never
Yes.
if Sam wouldn't have died, she
Mhm.
would have never had the end goal in the books.
Yes. Agreed.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Who was your least favorite character? Oh, also going back, I did like Wesley. I know we know more about him with Lysandra and everything, but
Yeah.
he did try to stop
He
her
did, and she realized it on the wagon.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did try to stop her, and it drove me nuts that she just could not see who had betrayed her.
Did you notice in the scene where they were at that big party or whatever that the masked man she was dancing with was
Dorian?
Dorian? I was like, I'm obsessed.
It was Dorian for sure.
Yes, it literally was. And then because she talked about his eyes,
Yes,
and
his
I w
sapphire eyes.
yes. And then, thinking back and throwing a glass when he's looking at her and he's like, "Have we met before?" And it's like, "Yes, when you were
Yes.
children and also most recently at that party a year
Yes.
ago."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did think I have a part highlighted. So they were down in the dungeons and a guy came up and I think you assumed it was Kale right
I
away.
thought it was gonna
But then
be
they were like, he's like 40 years
Yeah,
old. So it's like,
yeah.
no, it's not Kale. And then the guards made a comment about him frolicking along the river
Yeah.
with Dorian.
They're like, if he wasn't on his vacation with Dorian,
No,
I'm
they
like,
literally used the word frolicking and I was how did those two not end up together?
did you know that there's a bonus chapter called The Guard and the Prince?
No.
Yeah, that's what I found out when I was looking up things. It's about Dorian and Cal realizing that it was Celaena. Yes.
Oh.
And I was trying to find it and I don't know if it's like a fan bonus chapter, but I saw it on Reddit where
Or
it was
is
like
it just is it one of those ones where like you had to buy the special edition of this book from here and you got the bonus chapter?
probably, but it
Because
cracked
that's
me up.
how in A Throne of or no, A Court of Thorns and Roses, there's that scene with
Yes,
Gwen
the
and
one you sent
Azriel.
me.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is a special like, that scene makes a difference
it
to
does.
some things, so how can it not be in every single book?
I know. But that cracked me up, like, the guard and the prince cracks me up. Like, lovers. They are lovers.
They are
Closeted lovers.
frolicking along the
Yes.
river.
I know, it cracks me up.
Okay. Oh, who was your least favorite character? I mean,
Is it really bad of me to say that I don't think Arabin is the worst character? I just think he's a very flawed person.
I don't.
He did really messed up things, but he's running a business.
No, but he didn't do it because of his business. He did it because he just wanted her to himself in whatever way. And we know he has some weird obsession with her.
He does.
almost,
Okay, I've never heard
and
her.
uses her loyalty to him, I would say, against her always.
Well, and he keeps her because she's his greatest asset. She's the
Mhm.
princess of a missing kingdom.
Yes.
Queen. She's
and
the
he knows
queen.
that.
He knows that. So he's going to use that to his advantage.
Yes.
That's why he's keeping her so close.
Yes.
Because literally, she is his
Yes.
last minute play.
Yeah. I think in the end, after reading this too, I really feel Lysandra did deserve to be the one to end him. Aelin left it to her.
Yeah. And I mean, he did kill Wesley. So
Yes. hmm And basically, he likes to keep all the things his, like Lysandra literally was just his
yeah.
then. Because he was the one who put so much money into her and put so much everything. Same with
Mhm.
Aelin. He put all of his time, energy, money into her, so she was his.
I have a snippet that I want to read
Yeah.
about Lysandra and Celaena. I sent it to you.
Oh, yes.
It literally made me laugh out loud because I was like, and then reading the books, like, you know why they hate each other or whatever. 'Cause
Yeah.
I told you, I think she's such a good author that, like, she fills you in even if, like, you
Yeah.
know, but their backstory in this book is just really funny.
Yes.
Okay, it's right here. When she said Celaena, she cooed, and Sam eyed the two girls warily as she stopped beside him, too close beside him for a casual acquaintance. Lysandra, Celaena echoed. She'd met Lysandra when they were both 10, and in the 7 years that they'd known each other, Celaena couldn't recall a time when she didn't want to beat the girl's face with a brick or throw her out a window or do any of the number of things she learned from Arabin.
Yeah.
Throw a brick at her face is hilarious.
It really is. Oh my goodness.
I loved having Lysandra in the book.
I did too.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any other characters you would like to follow?
No.
I agree. I would have loved Lysandra's POV. Do we get that in Throne of Glass? We go to Lysandra, don't we? Or do we never actually go to Lysandra's POV?
No, it's Adian, isn't it?
I think it is.
Yeah. No. Is it only ever Rowan and Aelin?
No.
Alid, Manon.
Yep, Alid, Manon.
Dorian, question mark?
Dorian, Kale.
Kale has his own
Irene.
book, but otherwise he doesn't have his own point of view. Or does he in the beginnings?
He does. Yes,
Like-
because that's where you get the she's not Celaena, she's Aelin.
Yes.
Was from his POV.
I think we need to do a reread.
I think we really do. I need to. Ugh. Okay. Were there any plot twists that you loved, hated? I wouldn't say any of them were really plot twists
Because we read the
because
series.
we know what happens.
Mhm.
You know all along as she's doing it that it's going to end so badly and it's not going to go the way she's thinking and it's not the way she believes it to be.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like an impending doom for both when she took out Donovan or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
him, when she took out him, you knew it was not correct.
Yeah.
And then with the whole Farron and Jane thing, you knew.
She
It
was
was gonna
so
end bad.
young. Like, just young.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had a lot. I mean, she does a lot of growing up in that salt mine. And a lot of
Yes.
thinking. She has a lot of time to think about what her next
lot of
move is
time to
going to
think.
be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you almost want to think, too, like, what was going on, like, in that brain of hers as soon as she found out, oh, they're bringing me to the home of the palace. Like, you know, like when in Throne of Glass, when Dorian takes her out and she's
Yep.
on that 2-week carriage ride, like, you wanna, like, know I mean, you get her point of view and what she's saying and stuff like that,
Yep.
but, like, you know she's crazy, so, like, at the
Yeah.
back of her head, is she like, "First, I'm gonna take out this guy," like, you
Yeah.
know?
Ugh. How did you feel about the ending? I mean, we knew what the ending was going to be,
Mhm.
but I thought it ended right where it was supposed to pick up in the very first book.
I feel like I'm gonna get some hate for this.
Mhm.
I don't think Sam's death was as sad as TikTok makes it out to be. Hot take. They all, like, have that photo of his
Yep.
body and, like, people are like, "Why'd you have to punch me in the gut today?"
So I felt sad because Celaena was so sad. She literally hopped up on the table and laid next to him. And
Yeah.
I thought that was so
It
sad.
was her first love.
Yes. But also, people talk about how this is why she doesn't tell anybody all of her plans anymore. But Sam didn't tell her any of his plan, really.
Sam was
Like
making
they
the plans
did.
for her. Like, I
Yes.
felt like she turned into
I
Sam.
agree.
But I also feel like Sam and Kale are 2 sides of the same coin. Like, they're
Mhm.
very similar, like,
Yeah.
moral-wise, and,
Yeah.
like, they're both very stubborn men, whereas, like,
Mhm.
Rowan was very, like,
Supportive.
open-minded, and maybe it's
Yeah.
because he was, like, 1,000 years old. He's had time to, like, think.
Maybe. I do so TikTok always makes everything a little more sad,
Mhm,
also makes everything a little more interesting, like, with oh, what is the book? Fourth Wing.
mhm.
TikTok could actually make me read Onyx Storm, but I know the book will never live up to the TikToks
It
that
was a
I
good
see.
book. It was just
So,
confusing.
yeah. I know, it makes it really sad, but that was probably the only sad part of the whole book,
Uh-huh.
and it just wasn't very sad. I don't yeah, I would agree.
I do have a snippet I wanna read that I did get, like, teary at
Yeah.
about Sam.
Mhm.
When he said his eyes were so wide that she wondered if she'd struck him without realizing. At last he stepped away, and she stormed past him. Wait, I'm sorry, I cannot read with my glasses on. She halted when he spoke again. "You want to know the price I asked for forgiving Arabin, Celaena?" She slowly turned. With the ongoing rain, the hall was full of shadows and light. Sam stood so still that he might have been a statue. My price was his oath that he never lay a hand on you again. I told him I'd forgive him in exchange for that. Wasn't that
I
sweet?
know.
I was like, "Oh, man." He was a sweet boy,
Yeah.
but they both were so young.
They were so young.
Mhm. Like, I just felt like they were so young that they still had they were both very arrogant
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
And, like, she's a very stealthy person, but, like, she wasn't in this book. She was
Yes.
very arrogant.
Mhm. I do think so at the end when Farron and Arabin are standing on the roof and he's
Mhm.
like, "Aren't you gonna go save her? Wasn't that your goal? You were gonna have this big thing. This would be even easier. Go get her."
Yeah.
I wanna know why he, like, just let her go.
I think he was so mad about the Sam thing.
But he was going to rescue her to be this big hero to her.
Well, was he really going to, you
Yes,
think?
so that was the plan because she was supposed to be executed. He can't have
Yes.
her just die.
Yeah.
And so all of the assassins were gonna go in this big rescue mission to get her because then he saved her. She's indebted to him once again because he saved her life. And since she was being sent to Endovier, she was in the carriage and parents like, go get her. This is even easier. You don't even have to work as hard as you were going to.
Yeah.
And he basically said, "No,
I feel like
I'm gonna wait to see how this plays out."
I took this in, like, a sick, twisted way where it, like, what goes around comes around is, like, she freed the slaves, and he was so mad about it that now she is a
Mm,
slave where he's like, "This is as big of a
yeah.
punishment as I mean, I can't hit you, I made an oath."
Yeah.
And they can.
Mhm.
But really, this was the downfall of it all because she got out in a year's time.
Yeah.
Arabin did not live much longer than that.
But he did well, I guess I'd have to look at the timeline because when did he die? The
Less than 2
third
years.
book?
Yeah.
Or the fourth book?
And
The third
she
or the
wasn't
fourth?
even at the castle for a full year.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because did we find out at one point all of these events happened in the time of like a year?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember either.
Okay. So we already kind of just talked about where in the series you would read this book. What did you think of the book's length? Anything you would add or cut?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was good too. There's
Yeah.
nothing I would have cut. There's nothing that needed to be cut. It was pretty to the point on everything.
Mhm. Oh, I do have to say that I wonder if it was hard for her now reading this book because, you know, her, Adian, and Rowan all live in that apartment when she's back.
Yes.
Like, if it was hard for her to be back in that apartment, they don't really talk about it much in the books. Like, I mean, I'm sure she's like, I remember things.
Yes, they talk about some things like the shower and the soap and how
Yeah.
she'd put out a different one for Sam because she didn't want him using hers.
But
And
they
she
don't
doesn't do
talk
that with
about
Rowan.
the soap with Rowan. People on TikTok talk about it because people picked up on that.
So it's like a subtle hint because you know he uses it.
Yeah.
And she doesn't say anything.
Well, she
about it.
lathers it on for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's there. It's just not like
Yeah.
in your face.
I wonder, like, if internally it was hard for her, like, to sleep in the bed that her and Sam shared with Rowan, you know?
Yeah.
But maybe so much. I mean, she had been with Dorian and Kale
Yeah.
at that point. She really was running through royalty. Honestly, hats off.
Truly. Okay, let's go through each section and just kind of highlight what it is and where it like fits into the rest of the series, I guess.
Okay.
So first is the assassin and the pirate lord. So Rolf.
Yeah.
One thing I don't get is she wrote to him to come help.
Mhm.
Why would he go help her?
No, they just showed up at Skulls Bay.
Oh, that's right. They did show up at
Yeah.
Skulls Bay.
Because Kale was like, she would never go
she would
there. And
never go
meanwhile,
there.
all of them were just
She's
there.
lounging in his chair. And I thought it was so funny that she lounged in his chair in this book as well.
Mhm.
She did it beforehand.
Oh, and he hates her guts. He does.
So much.
It makes it so much funnier knowing when she went back to Skulls Bay, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because none of the guys knew she was there yet, right? It was Rowan and Adian there.
Kale was the only one that didn't. It was Rowan, Adian, and Dorian.
Dorian was
Yeah,
Dorian
he
there
was.
with the boys?
Yeah, because this book is going on the same time Kale and Nestrin are in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Dorian was at the witch place.
Not yet.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Because I thought it was just Adian and Rowan in Skulls Bay, and then Aelin showed up lounging in.
Because Lysandra's there too. I think it's Lysandra, Dorian. Because I think Manon and Alid are still like together at this point, like with Caltaine.
I don't
Can
know.
I look?
Yeah,
'Kay.
because I'm pretty sure it's just the two boys first, and then other people might show up, but I'm pretty sure it was just Adian and Rowan there first, because Rolf basically told them to get out.
Yes, Dorian was in Skulls Bay with Aelin, where they met Captain Rolf and the other allies.
Okay. He must have came with Aelin then.
Dorian had traveled there with Rowan before Aelin, remember? Because
So it wasn't Adian, it was Dorian and Rowan.
and then Aelin and her group arrived.
Which would have been Lysandra.
Dorian and Rowan waited for Aelin because Rowan rescued Dorian, and then the two of them ran there, and Aelin met up with them.
Okay.
With Adian and Lysandra.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I thought the two boys were there first. I clearly didn't know which two boys. But
No,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I remember Dorian being there and being so like he was just mad at that time. Like he was just like mad. He was going through it. He just lost his whole kingdom. Aelin just shattered his whole home. Wasn't that point or no? Yeah, it was.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
Yes, because Rowan went and got him, and Manon was there.
Dorian at this point's like, I don't have a home to go to. I'm not a prince anymore.
I left all my people there. It's like burning down.
He's like, my dad's dead. Like he like doesn't know. He feels very conflicted at this time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else with Rolf? I really like him.
I like him too. He's a piece of work.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
We briefly talked about it a little bit, but when he said, because Aelin had told Rowan a little bit about Sam, just even a little bit,
Mhm.
but when Rolf had said to him, like, something about whatever happened with Sam or
Yeah,
like
the last time you were here, he was
love sick and would have done anything you asked, and Rowan about flipped the fucking table, and I was
Yes.
like, and it made so much more sense now.
Yes.
And I think it was during Skulls Bay. During that like excerpt, I texted you and I was like, I think that everyone knows
Sam's in love with her.
Sam's in love with her, but like we as readers don't know because
Yeah.
Celaena's our narrator, which by the way, she is not a very reliable narrator.
She's not.
No.
I know more than she knows.
Yeah. Well, and she is just very arrogant. Like she's
Yes.
very self-centered, but
Mhm.
I don't think that makes her a bad character. She just is very arrogant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the assassin and the healer. So this was an interesting chapter, I thought, because we also got Irene's point of view,
Yes, I liked
which we
that.
didn't get in any of the other ones aside from the end when it was Farron or whoever. We got his point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked their little chapter or like section. It was
I liked that she told Irene to teach this to any woman that needs it.
mhm.
But do you remember in Throw in the Glass when she taught Kale, she also told Kale to teach any woman he ever meets like these skills.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's cute knowing like
Yeah.
I would say this reading this part made me like Kale just a little bit
A little
more
better.
because I just think that Aelin is such a good person and
Mhm.
like Irene is such a good
She is
person.
such a good
Yeah.
person. I thought it was interesting to see her not at the Torre Chesme,
Mhm.
because she seems so different. Like, I feel like they're different people almost. The barmaid in this bar and her
She was
there.
very confident, like, she was in her place, like, running her
Yeah.
stuff, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Okay. The assassin and the desert.
This was one of my favorite chapters. Yeah.
Mhm. I did I actually didn't see that twist coming. I didn't know what was gonna go on at the
I
end,
didn't know
and
either.
so that did surprise me.
I remember, in Empire of Storms when she shows up and she said, "Last time I saw you," but then I can't remember what she exactly said to
Mhm.
her, but I knew there was
So,
some hard
when they
feelings.
show up, it's 2 separate groups, like, it's Ansel
Mhm.
and then the Silent Assassins. They're not
Yes.
together, correct?
No, but did
Okay.
you know that Ansel and the prince of the Silent Assassins are together by the end of the series? They talk about that, which is crazy to think that she, like, literally almost killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, so the Silent Assassins had to show up. She saved all of their lives pretty
Yep.
much, and I actually really quite liked that the son was kind of obsessed with her, like, he really liked her.
I liked that the dad talked to her at the end and was
Yes.
like, "Well, people just think
People
that
just think
I talk all the time. Like, I just choose when I wanna talk." I'm like,
yeah.
"Honestly, slay. Me too." No, I talk all the time.
I yeah, I just didn't see that twist coming. So obviously she goes off and does her own thing and has a group of
Yeah,
her
because she's
own.
living in the wastelands, which is
Yeah.
where Manon lives. Because remember when Manon's group showed up, like, there was some hard feelings at
Mhm.
first. Like, and then at the end of the book, they were like, "Well, who's gonna take the
Yeah.
wastelands?" Yeah.
Yep. I liked that little section and it was yeah.
And, like, the fact that the king of the silent assassins or whatever, knew who she was the whole time. Like, I feel like that was a good, part for she's always had, like, empathy towards people, but, like,
Mhm.
being there, like, I feel like made her even more empathetic, like, she was like, "Well, why would you not kick her out once you found out?" And he was like, "Because we, like, were giving her a chance."
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's a very
That
Aelin
we
thing.
were seeing where her anger took her,
Mhm.
and it just so happened to be this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I knew
yeah.
something fishy was going down when she wouldn't let her come into the meeting with her, and she was stuck,
Oh,
Oh, and she
really?
had the
I didn't think
spider silk.
anything of it.
I did, because if they were just delivering a message from the head of the silent assassins, why couldn't she go in there?
I don't know.
But then
She's
she
not
got
from there. Like, she
That's
could take
true.
this information back to Arabin. I mean, I guess that's what
Yeah,
I kind of
I suppose, yeah. Um, that's where she got her spider silk that she
yeah.
put over Sam's heart, which saved him once.
Yes.
Mhm.
But didn't do him much good at the end.
No. But it did save him once,
I can't
and
believe
it was
this man
so
just gave her the spider silk. Is this the same man that's talked about in the book? Because remember they talk about, I once knew a man that sold his soul for
It has to be.
yeah.
Yeah. I really liked that, though. I knew what was going in his when she told the guy to put it in the suit. I
I
just
thought
really
it
liked
was
it.
gonna be in hers.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, she loves him,
Yeah, she
and it kept him safe once.
yeah.
Okay. The Assassin in the Underworld. So this was when she came back and Arabin was apologizing and giving her all these gifts,
Yeah.
and then tasked her with this task or this mission or assignment or contract or whatever that was completely
Yeah.
not what he told her it was.
Yeah. So
And
just fucking with her.
yeah, pretty much. And it was like you knew it was coming, but it
I
wasn't
yeah.
as it appeared.
I liked this scene because or I liked this part because a lot of this was in Throne of Glass in the first one. So, like, you meet Dorian, like, you
Yep.
obviously know it's Dorian and Kale, and then, like, you learn how much she loves parties and music and the theater,
Yes.
and that song that she memorized on the piano is the piano song she played in Throne of Glass, where Dorian would sit
I
outside her room.
loved that Sam gave
Mhm.
her the shoes. He,
I
like,
know.
hunted it down, like, from the musicians,
And you
and
know in Throne of Glass when she was playing that, she was probably just sobbing,
oh my
thinking about
gosh.
Sam, yeah.
Yes.
And meanwhile, Dorian's like,
Dorian's
"Man, she's
"God, she's
so
so
good." Yeah. You
I
wanna
think I love her."
yeah, he's like, "You wanna make out?" Like, meanwhile, she's like, "Oh."
She's going through
Yeah,
it.
I know. He's
Oh,
such a moron.
I love
He
Dorian,
is a good
though.
character, yeah.
Love Dorian.
But in the beginning, arrogant. See, he's just like Aelin.
Yes.
Him and Aelin are also 2 sides of the same coin.
Yes.
Mhm,
Agreed.
mhm.
Okay, the Assassin and the Empire. This was
The end, right?
no, because before and after was the end. Empire.
Is it when her and Sam are hunting? The fair
It has to be.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just ended so badly.
It was very, like, fast-paced and sad.
I thought so too.
When she was like that's why I was like I thought it was gonna be a lot more, and I also thought you were gonna get Sam's point of view when he was down and that was happening to him just because of what is said all over TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know? Like, I think someone was like, his last words were, "I love you," and stuff like that, and, like, those were his last words to Aelin, and she never said it back to him.
No, she
Yeah.
didn't. It made a point to tell you
Yeah.
that she didn't say it.
Yeah. And, people are always, like, saying, "I am Sam Cortland, and
And
I
I
will
will
not
not
be
be afraid.
afraid."
That at the end made me really sad when she
When
was
she
saying it in
said
the
it, I did get
carriage.
goosebumps
Yeah.
because she says it throughout the whole
Throughout the
series.
whole series.
Yeah, and it was really sweet, but, like, people on TikTok always post that picture of him, like, when he's on the table, and they're like,
Mhm.
"I am Sam Cortland." I'm like, "How do you know he" I mean, I'm sure he was saying it, but, like, they
Yeah.
make it seem like you really get his point of view.
But you do not.
No, and it's so quick because all of a sudden Arabin's at her house and is like, "Sorry, he was
He was
dropped off
delivered
this
there."
morning." Yeah.
So TikTok also made it seem so Arabin set it up,
Mhm.
but they also make it seem like he's the one who killed Sam when he's actually not.
Because they're so well,
So he had it
he
set
had a
up.
hand in it.
Yes. No, that's
Mhm.
what I'm saying, but it wasn't like by his hand.
Yeah. Have you gone down the rabbit hole in all the theories of, like, people saying that Sam is Arabin's son?
Yeah.
And, like, him at the end saying, "I don't like sharing my things," then
Mhm.
makes so much more sense. Well, like, I could
But it's about
understand why people
Aelin. He
Yes,
doesn't
I
want to share
know.
her.
But, like, no one is I mean, he would be jealous of his own child, you know?
Mhm.
And, like, also, because this is the first time I've ever read, like, Aelin kept calling him a lover, Arabin. Did they ever have
No. So because lines were
blurred?
blurry
Yeah.
because she didn't know whether he was a friend or a father or a lover or
That
whatever.
is the definition of grooming. He did, like I know
Yes.
you hate that word, but
No, but yes,
Mhm.
she didn't know where they lined up, and he knew that, and he picked which person he wanted to be for whatever he
But, like,
wanted.
lover is sick.
But in the end, we know that's the case because didn't he kiss her in the other parts of the series before he, like, slid the ring on her finger? Like, he wanted her.
Yeah, and especially since she was an adult at that
Yeah,
point.
when he slid that fake ring on her finger
I don't
that he thought was real.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, and I love the TikToks where it's, like, me reading it because I remember texting you, I read the sentence where it was, like, he jammed it on her finger, and I
Mhm.
texted you, and I went, "No!" in all caps, and then I read the next page, and I was like, "Oh."
Kidding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. It's do you know what it's kinda like?
What?
It's kind of like Jacob Black and Renesmee,
Oh god.
as they grow.
Yeah, but Jacob didn't ever do anything wrong.
No, I just
That's debatable, I guess.
am. Okay, and then yeah, any other highlighted parts you have? Let me look at what I
Um,
have. I have a couple, I think. Oh, so one of the highlights I have is the Rune Mountains of the North. So it's spelled different than Rune Dannon. There's an extra N, but it seems either lazy to call them the same thing
uh-huh.
or a coincidence or not a coincidence.
Nothing is ever a coincidence.
Yeah. So it's the Rune, like spelled all the same except there's an extra N.
That was a good
Mountains of the North.
catch.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then we already talked about it, but I really love the part she'd also promised Ansel that she had 20 minutes to get out of range and she fired after 21. I love that.
I liked the part where, they were Aelin or Celaena asked Sam if he was gonna bid on Lysandra,
Lysandra.
and he goes, "Why do you wanna know?" "Because I'm curious whether Arabin's beating damage to your brain, that's why."
That was so funny.
It was.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Yeah. No, she's funny.
It's so funny. And then we already talked about it, but I highlighted the captain's going to be furious he wasn't here for the trial. Serves him right for gallivanting with the prince along the Syrian coast.
Those
So
2.
funny.
They're goofy.
They think about each other and want to be with each other so much.
They should have just ended up
I
together.
don't know why they didn't because
And now
Kale
Kale's a dad.
loves Dorian.
And Dorian kind of loves
Loves Kale.
Kale. Like, he's more of an afterthought. He's like, "Oh, I like girls," but Dorian Kale's always there.
Yeah, he kind of is like, I'm doing this. I wonder what Kale's doing. And Kale's like, what is Dorian doing? Is Dorian okay?
Yeah.
This is what I should be doing.
Like, Irene's literally, like, there, and he's like, "But Dorian."
Yeah. It's so funny.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
Okay. Would it make a better movie, TV show, or neither?
TV show.
TV show for sure. Honestly, I would take like a cartoon version of it as long as it looks like the things on TikTok.
The AI.
Yeah.
The sculpted, chiseled AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take it. I don't even care.
I am picky on Rowan, though, because
Yeah.
yeah.
But I would even take that. I don't even need real people.
Because real people would never do it justice.
Never.
Yeah.
They would never be as attractive.
Yeah.
They would never be what I need them
The
to
wigs
be.
would be terrible.
Oh,
it just all would be bad.
It would, but if it was done like Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
it could be good. I loved Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so cross fingers that HBO someday
Would have it.
the means, the time, the
Yeah.
funds. Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah. What did you rate this book?
Out of 5 on Goodreads, I did rate it a 4 because of the end. Otherwise, I would have rated it a 3.
I rated it a 4 out of 5 as well.
The end being the I am Celaena and I will not be afraid.
Mhm.
That's why I rated it a 4 because it was a good nod to the rest of the
Yes,
series.
I
Yeah.
agree. What else have you read this month?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to pull up my
Yeah. Let me pull up mine.
probably not a whole lot.
I know. I
let me
believe
tell
I've
you.
only read one other book this month.
All right.
Yeah, I've read one other book this month. I read Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home, the 3rd book, and I rated it a 5 out of 5. I'm in the middle of Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, and I love it.
I read Keeping 13 and I read that a 5 out of 5 or rated it a 5 out of 5. And then I read Saving 6 and I rated that a 5 out of 5. And then
I need to read
Assassin's
that
Blade.
series.
Yes, it's a good series.
Mhm. I'm hoping to get a little more reading in this month.
Oh, I guess I also read Binding 13. I should have said that. I read
Oh.
all 3.
Yeah.
Well, I ended it.
It's on my list.
It's good.
I know. But the assistant to the villain, nope, something to the villain
Yeah.
is now on Kindle Unlimited, and it's the 2nd book, so I'm gonna read that probably.
Well, there probably. Well, there we
Who
go.
knows? I need to finish all the Magnolia Parks.
I need to finish the Binding 13 series.
There's so many books in that series, I feel like.
So many. And like each character pretty much gets 2 books.
That's kinda crazy.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's not normal.
No, but I think that maybe some of them don't, but then people are really upset about it. Oh,
Oh.
but she's still writing, like, there's still supposed to be, like, 4 or 5 more books
Oh
in
my
the series.
gosh.
She's still, like, writing a ton, so, like, some of the characters do have more books,
Got it.
but, like, for some reason, she just wrote, like, these ones back to back,
Sure.
I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Alright. What is our pick for November?
Quicksilver, right?
Yes.
Book 2?
We're doing Quicksilver Book 2, so we'll discuss Quicksilver and the second Quicksilver. It comes out when? November 18th?
November 20 I have it on my
We should look at
calendar.
the calendar.
Yeah.
We might have to switch it to December.
November 18th.
Alright, so for November, we are reading Quicksilver Brimstone. We are
Yep.
gonna go over all of Quicksilver, all of the second Quicksilver, in our recap of the book.
Okay.
Alright, anything else you wanna
No.
No, that's all I got.
Okay, bye.